Hi, my name's Missy and welcome to my channel. Today's video is part 1 of 2. This is a big full garden cleanup. So what you are seeing now is just a full garden tour. I don't normally show this area because it is just the family area, so nothing really happens over here. But this year I've decided I'm going to change as much as I can. So this is just the seating area. I have a lot of sticks because I have a dog that likes to collect them. I'm going to take you around the garden with me so I can just show you some details that I haven't really shown before. So this area here is the wildlife pond. It needs a lot of work done, but we've had so many frogs in it, we've just left them alone. This part here is just a load of pots. I am going to redo that, which you will see later in this video. So this area here is what I call my tree area. I have fruit trees growing here. I have a Victoria plum and a pear tree. So this area is my seating area that I come and work at. It is very neglected at the moment because I've just been so busy and the weather has not been good in the UK. And now we enter the reason for the channel. This is Missy's Meadow. It's the place that I spend so much time working on. It's not very glamorous right now because it has been neglected, but we're going to get back on top of that. This part of the video will be for part 2. So if you want to see a vegetable area cleanup, check in for part 2, which will be out in 2 weeks. So keep your eyes open for that. So I know it kind of looks overgrown right now, but this is a lot of vegetable plants growing. They've kind of gone a bit crazy where they've just been left. But we do have courgettes and marrows, tomatoes, cucumbers, French beans and a lot of other stuff. This area is just where the fruit is. We have grapes growing this year for the first time, and raspberries and some kiwis. So now I'm going to take you inside my greenhouse. I do need to resort this because for some reason I have so many weeds climbing up my stuff that I am going to have to clean this out. But again, this will be part 2. So now let's jump into the garden cleanup. So all I'm going to do here is collect all the garden pots. I have so many of them. They all need cleaning because I want them ready for the next season. The day I am recording this video, it was really hot. So the greenhouse was quite intense to be in there. But it's done, they're all out, they're now on the patio, ready to be cleaned. You'll see me take them all down there. You'll see that I have so many of them. I don't think I need plant pots anymore. Now that all the pots are on the patio, I'm just going to sit them here until the end. I will clean them, but for now I'm just going to move on and start cutting back this lily. It had some beautiful flowers this year, but it's now time to cut her back and get her repotted, ready for the winter. Now I'm just going to take some of this soil out of this large pot because the root ball for the lily is quite big and I want to make sure she's buried nice and deep. gonna let you into a little secret. I had to cut the recording because this lily root would not leave this pot. I ended up having to call in help just to remove her. So now I'm just going to cover her back over with soil, make sure she's covered over, ready to be put away for the winter. I will mulch them over the winter just to help keep the roots from freezing, but she tends to do fine anyway, so I will see what happens with her this year. Now the lily is all planted, I'm just going to give her a bit of water just to help the roots re-establish where they need to. I was hoping for a satisfying pour, but it didn't quite work out that way. The end of my watering can is not on properly, so this will just have to do. While I was repotting the lily, I realised this area is covered in weeds. So I'm going to just pull out what I can with my hands and try and make this area more pretty. As you can see, I've added more pots in over there just to make this area have more colour. So now I'm just going to pull out all the weeds out of this big trough. I'm planning on planting a big golden raspberry in this because I have her up the vegetable end, but she is spreading way too much. So she's going to end up in this later in the year. Once I have pulled out all the weeds, I'm just going to get like a small trowel and turn over the soil to help aerate and help with next year's growth. This area never really looks clean and tidy, but I've put some pots here and now it's kind of looking good, but we definitely need to do the pond to finish that side off. So now I'm just going to start working on the memorial garden. I'm just going to weed it, clean up all the dead leaves and tidy up some stuff. We had a good little visitor on this garden, which you will see the clip halfway through, but it made jump. We found this giant frog underneath our bird bath that we have standing here. I was going to move the bird bath, but I've decided just to leave it throughout the winter, just in case the frog's trying to hibernate or hide. I don't know. But we're just going to move the bird bath back on top. But I'm going to give it a good scrub first. This bird bath is from my granddad. It's been passed down to a lot of us. So now that she's in my garden, I'm going to give her a good scrub down and get her ready for the little birds to come and drink. This is just a finished look. It doesn't look that tidy because we do have a few plants sprouting through right now. So when they start growing, it will be so much better. But for now, she's looking a lot fresher. So here I'm just showing you some plants that I've been given. I'm not sure what the 3 little ones are, but I know this is a blueberry, so I'm going to get that planted into a pot as soon as I can, so she can start rooting herself in, and hopefully we'll get some fruit next year. This is just where I'm going to sit down and plant the blueberry. I've added some of my own compost that I've made into this just to help with the nutrients in the soil, and hopefully that will help her grow bigger. When she does get bigger, I am going to move her into a bigger trough so she has more space to fruit. Now that the blueberry is all set to go, I'm just going to plant these in the memorial garden. I want to add as many plants as I can to this because I really want her to bush out as much as possible. So then next year we should have so many different colours just to help attract the wildlife and the bees and the birds. So it will help in my garden at the end of the day. Now this is the part that every gardener loves, cutting the grass. This took me so long. It was hot, I was getting so moody, but we managed to do it, and it does help make the garden look so much cleaner. So this is it for part 1 of the garden cleanup. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like the video and subscribe. Part 2 will be out next week, so keep your eyes open for that. I have a lot of big projects coming up now that autumn's about to hit, so make sure you're here to see the journey, and happy planting, and I'll see you next time. Bye!